Ba, 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 ba. Climbing up on Solsbury Hill. Da, da, da. Hang on a tadger, me babbers. They seemed like a good idea at the time. Not least because I have a passing resemblance to Peter Gabriel. Now anyway. And Solsbury Hill, great song. Unique. So I posted that on me Twitter and on me Facebook, 2 different versions, last night, and the song kept going round and round. It's a proper earworm, is that? So I thought to myself, right, go and find Solsbury Hill, babber. But, oh, hang on a tadger. We'll see. We'll see when we get there, shall we? Climbing up on Solsbury Hill. Ding, ding, ding. I'm climbing up Solsbury Hill. Ba, ba, ba. We've made it, me babbers. Little Solsbury Hill. Woo! National Trust owns only the flat top of the hill, which was a walled village of the early Iron Age, occupied from about 300 BC to 100 BC. At first, the area near the edge of the hilltop was cleared to a rock base on which substantial timber framed and wattle huts were built. 20-foot wide rampart was then made, faced inside and outside with well-built dry stone walls and infilled with loose stones. The outer face was at least 12 foot high. After a period of occupation, some of the huts were burned down and the rampart was overthrown. The site was abandoned and never occupied again. Access subject to the bylaws on the back of this notice. Well, if you can read that, you're a better man than I, Gunga Din. Bylaws in about 3-point Garamond, innit? A pilgrimage to Solsbury Hill in the footsteps of the great Peter Gabriel, who it is said came up here when he was about to leave the prog rock group Genesis. I don't know the ins and outs, my babbers. I don't know whether he was pushed or whether he jumped, whether he chose to leave to go a solo artist, but it's quite obvious by his back catalogue it's the best thing he could ever have done, isn't it, me babbers? Hey? And you know, I'll pause you there for a moment. Climbing up on Solsbury Hill, ba, ba, ba. Oh, it could almost be Peter Gabriel himself. I'm so in tune with the great man. Whew. Right, Little Solsbury Hill. The plateau of the hill was presented to the National Trust by Mrs. Arnie X Wayfield Bath Easton in memory of her husband William Arnie X, and the date is shrouded by moss and time. Now, be babbers, if you were thinking of making your own pilgrimage to Solsbury Hill, which overlooks Bath Easton and the ancient historical town of Bath, the ancient, majestic Roman town of Bath. If you're thinking of making your own pilgrimage, I will give you a word of advice. There's nowhere to park. It's not signposted. There are no parking signs everywhere. So for you to make your way here, it's going to be a bit of a labour of love. You might have to find a little parking place in a kind of passing place on a single track road, very narrow, quite unnerving, if I say so myself, as the bravest of the brave. I don't think so. Anyway, it's not very easy to get to Solsbury Hill, thus making the pilgrimage, the poetic pilgrimage, even more worthwhile, me babbers. Oh, now there's a view, isn't it? There is a view. So we'll come to this waymark spot. I mean, to think that this is mentioned in such a famous song, you know, it's a bit nondescript, or maybe they want the view to speak for itself, and I suppose it does. So me babbers, here is me on Solsbury Hill, bow, 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 living up my midlife crisis. Wow, wow, wow. Well, you got to do something, haven't you, when you're not, if you've decided not to go into the job centres of this world, you've got to do something. And I'm rather glad that I've come up to Solsbury Hill today. I'll pause you a moment and I'll climbing up on Solsbury Hill, and this is what you can see from Solsbury Hill. The magnificent Bath Cathedral. What an incredible view. And I've got you on a tripod at the moment, and I'll try and go in and out. Probably losing a bit of focus, but so the city lights. Yeah, and this was where Peter Gabriel himself, oh Biko, oh because Biko, incredible musician, truly gifted. I've just really started to appreciate him more recently. At the time, you know, great music, great songs, but never quite realised how brilliant they were. Yes, me babbers. Now hang on a tadger, hang on a tadger. When I first heard Solsbury Hill, I thought it was about Glastonbury Tour, the Isle of Avalon. I thought Solsbury Hill, that sounds Wiltshire way to me, Wiltshire, you know. The white horse on the side of the hill or something like that, you know. But then you just stick it in the Google and it says it's in Bath Easton. And even though I was struggling up here because I'm out of condition, it's a little hill overlooking Bath. And apparently Peter Gabriel had a mystical experience, a kind of spiritual experience, which does happen when you're at the top of hills, me babbers, it does. There we are. I could prattle on. I don't know nothing, me. I don't know nothing. It's just very nice to be out and about. So I don't think I can call this a psychogeography video, really, can I? Although It is in an area, a specific area with a flaneur, a walk involved, a drift, the derive, and talking about cultural references. 1976, I think it was, Solsbury Hill. Must have been his first song after leaving Genesis then. Marvellous. Oh, now, there's some cows up yonder. I'll put you on pause. You see what I can see? Cows. No. I am the coward of the county, so I don't want to upset no cows, do I? Cows on Solsbury Hill. Marvellous. They look as if they're having a proper chomp over there, so they might not be too bothered about me. And I say that, and they all look up, and they've got horns. They've all got horns. And then they look at each other and go, right me babbers. Which one of us is having this boring old human being and his phone for well, it's about tea time now, isn't it? It's past luncheon and dinner. Oh, they are having a bit of a chomp, aren't they? I better be careful now, I don't want to upset them. So I better not go walk amongst them, is it? Oh, I've had a low battery warning, folks. You will never know what happens next. Right, I hope you've enjoyed Solsbury Hill. I'll give you a bit of a panorama before it's finished now. Climbing up on Solsbury Hill. Ba, 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 da. I'm now climbing down Solsbury Hill, bum, 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 on Solsbury Hill.